Hi, everyone. Just to let you know, I have just now finished cutting your weekly videos for the week of September 16th. They will upload as soon as we finish this live episode. That and the weekend video. I am late getting them up. They will not go up with a thumbnail. They are not going to go up with intro music. They're just going up because I am late getting to them, but I did get them done. Hi, Smith. How are you? Yeah, I did get them done. It's been crunch time between paperwork, getting some things done around here, and of course readings come first, appointments come first. So it's been juggling, but I swear to you, when I say 5 minutes ago, I just finished doing the videos. So yeah, just gonna be a direct upload when I get done here. I'm doing good, doing really good. How about you? How are you doing? I didn't even get a chance to broadcast on social media that we're live on Thursdays, but I figure that most people are going to stop by to see if we are. So, oh yeah, I'm doing good, and I had intentions of this is the week that I get back on track. And I usually have them up by Tuesday or Wednesdays, and here it is Thursday night. They're going to go live tonight. It's just like I said, it just kind of I come into crunch time. Hi, Miss Riverdance, how are you? So yeah, it's but they are done and they will upload, like I said, no intro to them, no thumbnail, they're just going up. So yeah, then I'll get more straight with that next week as far as the routine and things like that. And y'all can blame it on my procrastination when it comes to paperwork, and I'm still not done. But I am slowly getting caught up. Yay. Hi, Haley. I have a quiet house this evening. My granddaughter is with her dad. My daughter is out doing errands. Y'all will think this is very cute that in kindergarten they've assigned colors each day. They bring something that's a different color and talk about it. And today was Orange Day, so she went and confiscated all my orange crystals to take with her to school. Gotta love that. And I see there over here where she's brought them back to me. So, how is everyone today? Hi, JJ. Great to see everyone. Like I said, I didn't get a chance to announce that we would be live, but Thursday nights are pretty much the standard. I may have to move Thursdays sometime in October. If I do, it won't be till later in the month. But yeah, I mean, I'm thinking the first week in October is the only one I'm gonna have to move. Like, either I'm gonna have to move it to Friday or Wednesday, but then after that, we should be straight. So, and thanks to y'all that joined me for the Reiki session last night. I've gotten a couple of comments where some of y'all have watched the replay on it. Anything we can help you with, just let me know. But yeah, this is kind of our weekly check-in. Also, want to chat with y'all guys that next week in doing the readings, I pretty much saw in every single sign that death card of the powerful new beginning. That's closures, it's endings, it's new beginnings, and it's emotional, and it's that bajiggity feeling. And a lot of things are coming into play there. You're coming into new beginnings. You're coming in under the full moon, but you're also coming into the era of that we are closing out summer and starting fall. So one equinox closing, another one beginning. So quite powerful impact on all the signs next week. And like I said, as soon as I'm done with the live broadcast, those videos will be up tonight and live. So yeah, a lot of people like fall. I know a lot of people are big into the pumpkin spice. My daughter is one of those pumpkin spice nuts. So yeah. But yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out. Of course, we don't go back into retro to the very end of October, going into November. The good news is we will have another year of 2020, which was like 19, that we don't begin a new year under retro. So That last retro of the year is going to come in as highly emotional. Um, September, like I said, the full moon, I think it's going to be our most emotional time. But things going along well. Hi, Queen Libra. Hi, Nikki. Hi, Janet. Love, hope, hope. Yeah. You know me, guys. Spring and summer are my seasons. I miss them both. I miss both of them. So yeah, fall and winter. I think it's going to be more about healing and getting myself straight. After this the last surgery comes up in October, it's just going to be about healing and getting things back in line, and organization, and yeah. So I'm kind of looking forward to that too. Hi, Tammy. I am doing very well. Y'all know I take a Bible study with my ladies down here at the church, and I did take the summer off because of all I had going on. I will be doing the one in the fall, but I probably won't be there for it. But I'll have the book, and I enjoy doing those, so that's all good too. So I hope to make at least one of their classes, maybe the first and the last, but we shall see. So I look forward to that as well. I'm not a pumpkin spice girl. I'm not a fall girl either. Fall around here means a mess. And I say that because I live on a wooded lot full of oak trees. You would not believe how many leaves wound up in my yard because of it. So, yeah. Winter, I hate cold weather. I hate it. I just rather hibernate, wait for spring. Food, music, and football. I just told my daughter we need to go to the high school football games and elementary football games before it gets cold. If I'm out there freezing to death, I'm not having a good time. Hot chocolate or not. No. So yeah, we'll make a couple football games, and our fairs have already been. We've already had our fairs. Well, I mean, we had the county fair. We don't do the state fair anymore because they moved about over an hour away from us. So we do have another small fair coming to the county next to us, and we may do that as well. Oh, I love everything about summer. Even when it's hot, it doesn't bother me that much. But yeah, a lot of energy circulating around next week, and it's based upon the full moon, the closure of the summer equinox, the start of the fall equinox. Just a lot of energy swirling around all the signs next week. True that. I love summertime. And other than that, I mean, nothing I really jumped out alarming in the videos. I think Virgo, I mean, we're in Virgo, and Virgo had an excellent week ahead out of all the signs. So yeah, and same way with that digital weekend video that was kind of across the board. And I say that because it was very, very much like a roller coaster, ups and downs, ups and downs. But y'all looking at Friday the 13th on the night of a full moon. How cool is that? That's like straight up Freddy Krueger status. But it's really not going to be that bad. And like I said, the ups and downs I'm seeing, it's not you, it's not your sign, it's the energy of what we're working with. So, yeah, it's all going to be good. We're going to clear it. I'll write it out on the 13th. All of us. All going to write it out. And just sitting here and I thought, geez, I've got to go by my accountant's office tomorrow. I've got errands to run. And I'm like, really? I saved this for Friday the 13th? Wasn't intentional, but that's the way it fell. It's like, lovely. It can be lucky. It absolutely can be lucky. And I think all of it is and our perspective, how we plan to look at things, how we plan to embrace things. And yeah, so it's going to be good. It's going to be good. We have to just look at it that way. It's going to be good. Anything less is unacceptable. Hi, Orphan. Even though I really would like to see them do kind of like a Friday 13th marathon on cable or something like that with the horror movies. Just saying. Hey, Miss Debbie, we're counting on it being lucky. Well, that's true, A. Smith, and that's a good thing because all of my errands have fallen on Friday the 13th. So it's a morning of errands and an afternoon of readings. So what can I say? It just happens that way. Speaking of readings, I am available this weekend, and I have done a horrific job of not taking care of my calendar this week. Um, so I will work on that over the weekend. And I always recommend if you're looking for a reading to check Angel Ram. I'm so happy for you. Thank you. To check my schedule to see if I'm available. I'm generally on top of that, updating it throughout the day. I have been a little slack with that this week. So I do have a shout out for those of those that don't know that were in our Reiki class last night. Sharon Margaret is in here. She is part of our Reiki family, and if you know, we've had her on the prayer list for her mother's been in the hospital forever, and her mother did pass, and the funeral was today. So send her some love and some positive energy. Just give her a little shout out. Let her know that she's in our thoughts this evening. Queen Libra, what is on the Sci-Fi Channel? Angel Ram, I am so happy for you. That's a big deal. New jobs are big deals. And I'll tell you, whether you're working now, whether you're not at work, whatever you're doing, your job is 80% of who you are. Make sure it's something that you can tolerate or something you enjoy. There's Debbie. She is my cheerleader. The scary movies are on sci-fi. Good deal. Good deal. Nothing like laying around be scared, scaring yourself. I mean, not that we don't own tons of them, tons and tons of them, but I've got all the older movies and I'm not letting them go for nothing. It's like my daughter said, that's what she grew up watching was the Stephen King movies and stuff. So I will say the cool thing about fall is Halloween. I do love Halloween. I love trick or treating with Jacelyn, and I don't have no idea what she's going to be this year. She floats back and forth on me, so we'll wait and see. But yeah, to me, Halloween is not so much about the whole Hallows Eve thing. It's all about the candy, being a kid, letting the kids have fun. So, and there again, the scary movie thons that come on TV. Well, Queen Libra, I will definitely check that out. So yeah. So just some crazy energy next week, and I do apologize. I cannot tell you. Usually, if it's Thursday and I don't have videos done, I will usually scrap them for the week. But I did. I finished them right before I went on live, so I will upload them tonight. Like I said, nothing fancy, no intros, no thumbnails, just straight uploads because they take forever to upload anyway. But I did get them done for next week. I was determined, guys. I mean, the last 2 days I've been trying to get videos done, and something has come up. Something has come up, and I'm like, oh, this is just your sign. And my daughter asked me today, and she's like, "Are you doing videos? Or are you holding off till next week?" And I'm like, "Well, there's part of me that wants to hold off to next week, but then there's part of me that wants to know what my week looks like. So we might as well do them all." Okay, so I'm guilty of watching them like this. Yes, like that really helps. But I do. Okay, so yeah, that's a big deal when you go from country to town. Um, we had a couple of trick or treaters actually come by here last year before we left, which was different for us because, with Jason, we're not home and we've had some kids come up in the neighborhood since my daughter. So we had never had trick or treaters before. So we were scrambling, but we had enough to cover it. So, oh, no, no, no. You cannot watch a scary movie during the daytime. It's just not the same, unless it's a good old thunderstorm going on. Woo, over 100. Cannot imagine. Can I imagine? I'm told this year we're doing it. A gentleman at our church lives in a fairly large subdivision, and that we're going to do like a trunk or treat thing in his yard. But then they've got a couple of the lawnmowers set up with the trailers behind them that they're going to take the little ones around the neighborhood. And I think it's going to be a lot. Yeah. See, we don't have trick or treaters out here either, really. Ha ha. You like playing with them. There's nothing wrong with that. Oh yeah, I love Chevy Chase, and Chevy Chase's vacation, where what's her name, Aunt Edna dies and ends up on the roof of the car. I think it's one of the best. Where they're headed to Wally World. I love seeing the kids' costumes, and what I really love is I love the homemade costumes. Um, and I think the best costume I saw last year was a little girl, and she had on moccasins and she had on a little short skirt and she's dressed in brown and she had a bow and arrow and two long braids. And no one could figure out who she was. And I knew instantly who she was. She was Katniss from the Hunger Games. And I just thought that was so original. Well, Debbie, we're certainly hoping that gets better for you. Yeah, I love the homemade costumes. Of course, my daughter doesn't do the homemade costumes for Jason. They got to go buy one. But when I was little, we were all about making our own costumes. All righty, guys. So, time and patience that you don't have. Well, Deborah, we have a lot in common because I don't have either one of those either. Do you ever have days where you notice that all your friends are in a bad mood? Seriously. That's the kind of day I've had today. I've noticed everybody is in a bad mood. Not my clients, just my friends. It's like nothing is going right for them. So, yeah. All right, Debbie, that's a good day. Yeah, I've got some things to pick up for the church, and I got to stop by the accountant's house. I got all sorts of errands lined up for tomorrow morning, and then an afternoon of readings. That's the best part of my day. Guys, if I could ever just get to the point where I had a bookkeeper and didn't have to do anything but sit around and do readings and videos, I'd be so happy. Maybe one day. Oh, look, Janet, y'all are doing good. You're supposed to be putting yourself first. Did you invite church to get away from their stress? I do enjoy going to church because that's just my time. Like on Sundays when we go, and I love that we go as a family. Um, it's just my time to kind of turn off all the psychic abilities and just take in the words and see how things are going. And I love, love, love doing the Bible studies. I had never done them before a couple years ago. Um, where I grew up going to church, they did Sunday school, which was entirely different from doing an actual Bible study. And the actual Bible study, I absolutely love. Sometimes I don't do it until like 2 o'clock in the morning when I'm up, but I absolutely love them. They're great stress reliefs. Nice, nice. Got some new cookbooks going on. So yeah, guys, we're getting in the habit of doing little things for ourselves and putting ourselves first. And it makes a difference. It really does. It makes a difference. For me, for what I've done and why I'm running a little bit behind on videos and everything else was they have not released me to exercise yet. I've still got some bruising on the breast. I've still got a jacked up right arm. I've got a right leg that doesn't work. So I'm not released to exercise yet. But they have encouraged me to increase walking just for the simple fact of keeping that left leg open. Okay. Yeah, I joke about I'm gonna look like Igor walking around because the left leg works and I'm gonna drag the right one around. But so my treat for myself was yesterday. Just for a little bit over an hour, we snuck off to the horse farm because I miss Charlie and I miss Mudslide and I miss all these horses. And just to get a few steps in. It was beautiful, it wasn't hot. And that was kind of my treat for myself for the day. My daughter took Jacelyn so she could go see the goats and play with the goats. They love goats. And that was my treat for the day, was just to get out and walk the horse farm and see the horses and just get in a few steps for myself. So, Queen Labor, I do. I have two schools right here with me with a track, as well as I have a nice two nice parks, both with wonderful trails. So, what did the horses say? It is so funny. Those horses each have their own personality. And I was telling the group over there that was riding yesterday that how different each one of them are. And, of course, you've got your mares and your geldings. The mares being the females, where the geldings are the males. And, you know, um, the geldings, anything goes with those guys. They're the male horse. It's all good. They're like, if I stepped on you, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to do that. And the mares are, yeah, saw your foot, stomped it, meant it. That's the way it is. And you can see it in them. You can see it in them. Casey and Charlie are prime examples of that. Casey gets all mad and she's bucking and raring and throwing a fit, and Charlie walks on by her like, whatever, Casey, whatever. So definitely that whole male female thing going on there. And yeah, so it's just always good. They're just good energy. I love being around them. They have such a beautiful farm and such a great area to walk. So that was my treat for me yesterday, was just to go over there, spend some time with the horses, get to see them a little bit, and do a little walking, get some steps in. You've never been horseback riding before. Queen Libra, it is an experience everyone should take to have at some point in time in life. I cannot ride. I cannot ride anytime soon, just due to the fact of the blood thinners. Ashley is the owner, and she's like, no, all the things that could happen, you bleeding out is not going to be one of them. So, but it doesn't mean I don't like to do groundwork. And yeah, yeah, it's fun, it's amazing. It is definitely one of those things of this creature can take you out in a second. Charlie has snapped the poles out before, and I see he has done it again. I wasn't there for this one. That you're going to give a horse your undivided attention because they can take you out in a second, but at the same time, you love them dearly. Midnight rides. That's awesome. We got some girls over at the horse farm now. They're just starting in the 4-H club. Charlie will get thrown out the 4-H if he don't quit trying to mount every mare out there. Hoodlum horse he is. And she has a new horse now. She was busy giving lessons, so I didn't have time to talk to her. But she has this beautiful champagne horse over there. I'm going to say he's a little bit taller than Charlie, so I'm going to say he's about 15.5 high. And according to her son, she bought him because no one else wanted him. So I don't know if he has a nasty attitude. I don't know if this is another one of her projects that she's going to make into a working horse. But he is gorgeous. And I can't determine if he's a Tennessee Walker or a quarter horse. But he seemed gentle. I mean, he let me go to the stall and pet him. And he seems well maintained. His hoofs look good. I mean, he's healthy. So there's a reason nobody wants this horse. So we'll find out what it is. Queen Libra, look it up. It's amazing, dear. It is. It's something I recommend for everyone. Oh yeah, some of them just love water. Yeah. Well, look up around your neighborhood and see if you've got a farm that offers like pony rides or just offers for you to come visit. If she loves animals, she would love goats. I am pushing for Ashley to buy a baby donkey. If y'all have never seen a baby donkey, Google them. They are the most precious things ever. He's been gone for 5 years. He's trying to come back. It was Tammy. Hon, I don't think he's trying to come back, but I do find that when you're dreaming about someone that you're in their thoughts as well. Queen Labor, I think everyone should have a farm that they were able to take kids to without any charge. Just let them go visit the animals. Janet, they are. Now, the farm she has two miniature horses over there too, Luna and Leon. And they are awesome. Luna is their brother and sister. The girl they can ride, little ones can ride. She has a little saddle pad. And it's just precious. And Leon, you can't ride him, but that's what the little kids learn to groom on because they can reach his back and all. He loves to be groomed. To a farm and picking a pumpkin. Oh, Queen Libra, I want to go. I so miss those days. Debbie, you got 2 doctor's appointments. They are like the shepherds. Seriously, donkeys will let horses and cows know if there is a predator around. They are like the shepherds of the farm. Debbie, I think you're going to get some answers, but not all answers. Okay, not all the answers you're looking for. Too much heartache. I understand that. Time for something new. Debbie, I really think you've got a medication change coming up. So that's not a bad thing. I saw Nikki popped in here. I don't know if she's at work or if she's still joining us. Sometimes she'll pop in from work. Alice got a new contract on the house. Yes, ma'am. That's going to go through for you. Take it. Inspection is next. Queen Labor, like I said, I wish I was going with you. I really do. River Dance. Getting things under control, dear. Taking authority, taking the reins, getting things done. Lining yourself up with fall. And love, hope, hope. What do we have here? Some still time, making some decisions, making some future plans. What I see with you is you wanting to do things new, you're wanting to do things differently, but you need to sit down and put a plan together. Haley, expect the unexpected, dear, but it's all good. And I really think this has to do with unexpected company. It also has to do with a message coming in. Alice. Woo! Anxiety, dear. Get control of the anxiety. You're one of those that moon is going to affect greatly. Just know it's going to be brief and passing. Queen Libra. Okay, you've got some things that to get done that are completely overwhelming you that comes in at the time of a new beginning. So you're going to have to really slow down and separate the two out. Okay. So there are things to get done, and then there's a new beginning, but don't try combining them. You need to sort those out into two different things. Hello, Miss Orphan. Miss Orphan, you've got a new beginning, and that is appearing in your financial sector more so than anything. And what do we have? Was it Jordan? A Jordan. Oh, wow. You've got, when it comes to money, you're financially strong. Things are going well. This could also be some kind of unexpected money coming in as well as you, but it's coming in as money, 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 money very strongly. Miss Janet. Janet, you're getting things done. But I'm not going to say that you're a loner. You're getting things done, but you need people to get out of your way. Does that make sense? In order for you to accomplish your goal, in order for you to get done what you want to get done, you need people to get out of your way. M. Garcia. It's coming your way. All things good. You're coming into a very easy time frame that things just kind of have that natural flow to it where they haven't for quite some time. Orphan, yeah, everything looks good for you, dear. Queen Libra. You're welcome. Nikki, let's see what we got for Nikki. Nikki, you're taking authority. You are speaking up. You are being heard. First time in a long time. You're like, it's not like so much as putting your foot down, it's voicing your opinion, standing firm on your beliefs and your ground. You're welcome. So, yeah, even though we're coming into this crazy energy next week, everything looks really good. And you will probably hear me say in a couple of those signs that behind the scenes, things are moving along just fine, even though because of that crazy energy of everything going on at once, you might not feel like it. I know Sagittarius, I'm a Sagittarius, we were one of those signs. To rent from you. Yes, but I don't think it's going to be for a couple of weeks. You won't get the answer for a couple of weeks. That's for JJ. So yeah, see anything important for you? Let's see what we have for Ace Smith. You've got some news coming in that you've been waiting on. I don't really think, Ace Smith, that it doesn't come toward more towards the end of the month than it does right now, but it's something that you've been waiting on. Thank you, Nikki. I take it Nikki B is at work. She must have just popped in and popped out. Nikki, more than likely. More than likely. I mean, sometimes we all have that need to be heard or just kind of vent or say what needs to be said and then just, move on. Hi, Cindy Who. Strong in the love life, dear. Very strong in the love life. Thank you, JJ. Communications are really good, Cindy, when it comes to your love life. And like I said, I'm trying to remember because I am uploading videos as soon as we get done with this. Um, that one sign that jumped out at me as just having a phenomenal week was Virgo, and we're right here in Virgo. Queen Libra. Not yet, dear, but don't force the issue. It'll come in time. You're welcome, Cindy. A Smith, you're Virgo. Yeah, Virgo had a pretty amazing week. That's what, out of all the signs, the one sign that really stuck out to me was Virgo. Nikki, thank you. Oh my goodness, you swelled my head. But yeah, we're gonna get through the craziness of Friday the 13th and the full moon and the end of the summer equinox and the beginning of the fall equinox. We're gonna get through all of that. And I think we're going to get through it better because, like I said, I did see in some of the signs that you may be feeling a little stuck or you may be feeling a little out of sorts. You may be feeling a little bit of the energy going on, but everything behind the scenes was just moving forward in such a positive light. So it's all going to be okay. Yeah. I mean, all the signs look pretty good just for whatever reason. I always have one sign that sticks out further than the others of just an amazing week. And for this coming next week, it was Virgo. So yeah. Do you have any Sagittarius in here other than me? Oh, Janet, that's awesome. You do. Virgos have not had a real easy year. I mean, you haven't had a bad year, but it hasn't been real easy, you know? So, Sagittarius moon. Well, I am a Sagittarius, and I can tell you that Sagittarius is not really a bad week. Like I said, it's more stuff going on behind the scenes, but it also looks like we have a little bit of an attitude sometime during the week. So imagine that. Yeah, that's a big deal. 7 acres is a big deal to build a house on. My daughter's a Virgo, so I have to let her know when she comes home to go and check out her video. Yeah, emotional Pisces here. Trying to think, M. Garcia. I swear, I think I said that Pisces would be emotional next week. I swear to it. You already have an attitude. I understand, but I do think that a lot of emotions come out in Pisces for next week's reading. Y'all have to bear with me because you got to remember, by the time I started Aries, it's hard for me to remember where I was at by the time I got to Pisces. But Pisces being the last video, and I do remember being a bit emotional. I do remember y'all were one of the signs that did have that death card of that emotions, of in and out. So, yes. Hi, Tina. I am doing well. A little honorary today. Yeah, Debbie, I'm the same way, and I'm guilty of it because I work at home. That a lot of times that I do put off errands to one day, like what I've done for tomorrow morning. And sometimes you just need to get out and get things done and see people and just soak up some vitamin D and just, you know what I mean? And sometimes I just need Starbucks. Point blank is simple. I may have coffee at home, but sometimes I just need a Starbucks to adjust my attitude. So, and I'm not really a big shopper, but we have a Starbucks in the front of our Target, so I do enjoy going to get me a coffee and just roaming Target. Not that I'm gonna buy anything, but yeah, I do enjoy doing that sometimes. Yeah, Debbie, see, that's never good when you go a week at a time and you're at home. And I'm like I said, I've been guilty of it. I have been guilty of it before, and it wears on you. It does. Janet, I'm right there with you, honey. I'm working on paperwork. I have been productive, and I plan to keep that on next week until I am all caught up. I want to a lot of this stuff to be taken care of before I go out for surgery. So I don't have. It's kind of like when you work from home, and I can work better when the house is clean. Does that make sense? I feel like I can work better when I know that all my paperwork is handled and taken care of. Exactly. Exactly. And that's kind of where I was yesterday when I was like, we need to go about a horse farm and just because. Just because. Now I'm also very blessed that that horse farm is a mile from my driveway. Yeah, sometimes you just need out. And she's got some more baby chickens because we have a fox that takes out her chickens. So got to see the baby chicks. JJ, I certainly hope you feel better. And I know how you feel. I'm not a sick person, thank goodness, knock on wood. But sometimes laying around recovering from surgery or them telling me I can't drive, I don't have anywhere to go. But the fact that you told me I can't drive, it works on me in a big way. Yeah, sometimes it just takes something little. It's just amazing how things work on us. But, the goals is that we are starting to do things for ourselves, you know, putting ourselves first and doing things for ourselves. Yeah. I love the goats. My daughter is just absolutely goat crazy. Yeah, you do miss the nature walks. Hi, Blue Eyes. I'm doing very well. Thank you. Yeah, and like I said, I'm very blessed. I have two parks here at me. I have two schools near me that I could go walk the tracks if I want to. And yeah, just a little ride in the sun and outdoors. Absolutely. And I mean, I think that's one thing I'm looking forward to for fall as far as getting out and being able to walk, that it's not going to be 90 some degrees when I do. Goats are the cutest things ever. The little babies that bounce all around, they make me laugh. Am Garcia, we were going to go to the ocean last week for my daughter's birthday. We've been there the last 5 years for her birthday. And then, of course, the hurricane threw a monkey wrench in that plan. So we may take an ocean trip down there in the fall before it gets too cold because the wind coming off the water can be rather nasty. So your ultimate dream in life is to go farm. You and my daughter. She just absolutely loves the goats. Absolutely. Have you ever seen the fainting goats? Because they just entertain me. I think that is the funniest and craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. Yep, watching nature around me. That's one thing when I go visit my stepdad in Georgia. I mean, he lives on like a little farm, like on the mountainside, and it's just gorgeous. The fainting goats are hysterical. Bring the baby chicks to school. Well, right now I'm pushing our farm owner out here for a baby donkey. I want a baby donkey. Who doesn't even ride them? Break them in as they grow. But and it is true around here. I don't know. They have the Christian farms have a donkey on them to run as a shepherd, and she doesn't have a donkey right now. So I am really, really pushing for a baby donkey. And if you haven't Googled a baby donkey, be sure to do so because they are precious. My daughter's like, I would ride the donkey. She has never been on horseback. She has no desire. She thinks we're crazy. She thinks they're beautiful. She loves them. She says, but she's seen all of their crazy fly, and she thinks that we're crazy for getting on their backs. But she would ride the donkey. And I told her I want a picture of that because we're going to frame it and call it Two Asses in a Field. Just saying. You have a baby pig. Aw. I have no idea what I would call it. No idea. But they are the most precious things ever. Queen Labor, what part of Georgia does she live in? My family lives in Georgia, but they're over near the Tennessee line. Pigs are cute. I had a pet pig growing up. I did grow up on a farm, and we had a pet pig, and her name was Frida. And I was not impressed when she wound up in the freezer. And people asking me, do I want eggs and a slice of Frida? So, yeah, my dad taught me at a very early age not to get attached to the animals. The miniatures, yeah, yeah. The farm here we have two minis. And I'll be honest with you, miniature horses are usually not that pleasant. You really have to work with them to get them to be pleasant. They are their disposition is just kind of it's not the same as a regular horse, even though they are actual horses that are miniature in size. I am too, Blue Eyes. Can I hand you down a message? We've gone through some messages this evening. Yeah, the little minis, you've got to work with them to make them personable. Okay, I know where Pine Mountain is. Nice area. Oh, yeah, they can be mean. They can be mean, and they bite like a full size horse too. Yeah, they have a pony project over there. They got a one-eyed pony, and that's been Ashley's project, and she can take on the damnedest projects I've ever seen. But she finally got a saddle on her, and I think she actually rode her the other week. So let's see, Tina Brown. Tina Brown shows you got decisions to make, dear. And I think this is either in your personal life or regarding your family. Oh my goodness. Well, Blue Eyes, I hope you're feeling better. It's funny, it was my grandmother's nickname was Blue Eyes. Blue Eyes, what I'm seeing here is you need to prioritize. You've got way too much on your plate. You're becoming overwhelmed because of it. Maybe delegate some authority, tell someone to help you. But it does show you've got too much on your plate right now. They may look too cute to bite, but you let one of them bite you and you're going to know it. Hi, Diana. Ooh, you got something. Um, Change of plans coming in, but don't be discouraged. It's either a change of plans or it's a delay of plans. Actually works into a blessing that's going to lead you to something better. So that's really good news. Let's see. Hey, Jaredin. Anxiety in regards to love. Hi, Kim. I'm doing well. Columbus, Georgia, with soldiers. Yep. I have a brother that was stationed at Fort Benning. He's actually retired now. She is doing wonderful in school. Today was Orange Day. They have a day, a color of the day that they have to bring something in. So she took my orange crystals uh, to school. So, yeah. Yep, you need to delegate authority, dear. Too much on your plate. A. Smith, I think it's going to be very positive. Yes. Kim, let's see what we got coming up for you, Kim. Okay, you need to, when you're feeling a little bit overwhelmed, you need to walk away. Don't stress yourself over what overwhelms you, walk away from it. In other words, you have my permission to procrastinate on what is driving you nuts. Debbie, that's exactly what my daughter said. She said, next thing you know, she'll be whipping out the tarot cards. I said, hey, she has her own deck. She has a little miniature angel deck. The 13. What do we have for the 13? Some financial stress. What it is indicating to me is not worth stressing about at all. It's going to work out. It's going to fall into place. Let the financial stress go. What you need will be provided. Oh, absolutely, Tina. Absolutely. I prefer the tumbled stones when it comes to Reiki. And I don't know if it's because of the smoothness of it. Just something about the Reiki and the tumble stones, they're my favorite. Um, Crystals, as in the actual crystals, I love to keep those in my windowsill. I love those are the ones that I like to charge more often. So yeah, I do feel that the tumble stones hold just as much energy. Yeah, it's going to be good. The raw ones are more natural. I do agree that they're more natural. Um, but some of them, because they're natural, I don't get that strong vibe as I do as the tumbled ones. Oh yeah, she is going to be my mini me. How do I feel about the date tomorrow? I hadn't paid no attention. What is tomorrow's date? 9/13. Oh, the Friday 13th. I think it's going to be just fine. But yeah, so think, yeah, you're looking at Freddy Krueger status. It's Friday the 13th with a full moon. But no, honestly, I think it's going to be just fine. I'm more worried about the energy of going into next week. I have done next week's videos. I will be uploading them straight after we get off of here. Um, the energy next week of you're running into three different things going on. You're running into the full moon, you're running into the ending of the summer equinox, as well as the beginning of the fall equinox. So it's going to create kind of some interesting feelings going around. Yeah, I think a lot of it does have to do what you're going to use them for. Jordan, for messages and love, stalled out, delays and plans. Mine, amethyst. Love, love, love amethyst. Debbie, I've heard that from other ER nurses, as well as our first responders in general. There is definitely something that goes on with the full moon. Matter of fact, we used to have a police scanner. We don't have it anymore. That we sit around here and listen to the craziness that goes on the full moon. Yep, those emotions. Yep, boiling over. We're up for the challenge because it's all good. It is the harvest moon. So it's going to be all good. Like I said, I just think that remember when the energy is swirling around, you got that bajiggity feeling going on, or you've got the feeling that you're being stuck behind the scenes. Things are moving along the way they're supposed to. So that's the biggest thing. Yes, the crazy do come out in the full moon. They do. A. Smith, blood thinners here. Not trying to hear that. Now, I had internal bleeding on the last surgery. Um, I have the capability now of bleeding out of my pores. It's happened more than once. It's pretty frightening when it does. Thankfully, I have not been alone when it happens because I am the type that will faint at the sight of blood. And normally, I don't even notice I'm bleeding. My daughter has to tell me. To bring a love back, you would probably want to use quartz, perhaps a rose quartz. That is true. Animals are running wild on the full moon. This cat runs wild on the full moon. Roxy runs back and forth in the middle of the night. It's mind blowing. No more babies are born during the full moon. Yep, nothing doctors can do to help. And it's just one of those things that you're just going to have to let it run its course. Yep. Some good hot tea, some relaxation, kick back for the weekend. Tina, I like it. I like it. It's that feeling of being high strung. I understand what you're talking about. All right, guys, I have kept y'all over here for an hour. Jumping off, start looking for your uploads. It does take a while to upload. I am not adding any tags. There's no thumbnails being added. There is no music. There's no beach theme. There's none of that. It's just straight upload because I'm late getting them up there. But it is the weekend video and it is your next week forecast. And then, of course, we'll be more back on track because next week I cut for the following week. So won't be so rushed. Thanks, guys, for stopping by. Good seeing everyone. As far as I know, we'll be right here next Thursday night, same time, 7 p.m. Everyone have a great week. And like I said, don't forget, Friday 13th or not, moving forward this week and all that crazy energy, put yourself first. Have that discussion again of what we're doing for ourselves. Blue Eyes, Debbie, I hope y'all are feeling better. And there again, we'll give another shout out to Sharon. All our love going out to her and her support at getting through a rough time. And we'll see everyone next week. So y'all guys have a great weekend. Bye.